He has no vision, jobless here. अभी क्या करना है? You have become a deputy chief minister. First of all, I'm very uncomfortable of him becoming a deputy CM. He has eaten shit. You will too. Every day, Umar Khalid is suffering in jail. I cry. Unity and diversity is not uniformity.
The only actor who was banned by Tollywood 6 times.
See, I have no problem if you sell yourself. Don't sell the nation. From Chandrababu Naidu to Ratish Kumar to Pawan Kalyan to everybody.
Yes. You're saying that for national awards.
Yes. For national awards. From your state, you have any 2 or 3 people who are little right-wing so that we can influence them to be in that. आपको नंगा पकड़े हम यार. One language, one election, one religion, one color. No, sir. No, not in this country. What is Hindi? Now let's start fighting. That's where it starts fighting. Now, what is the richness of its literature compared to the Dravidian languages of Tamil, Telugu?
So you're not okay with education?
Have you not seen what has happened in Sri Lanka? Singali said only Singali. Tamilians fought. Have you not seen what happened in Pakistan after independence? Urdu is the national language. What happened to different languages of Pakistan?
5 national awards, 8 Nandi awards, 8 Tamil Nadu State Film Awards, and 6 Filmfares, spanning over a career of 30 years in the film industry. My guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is an actor par excellence. He's a producer, an entrepreneur, and a very, very proud farmer. He's one of India's favorite antagonists on screen and a real-life antagonist for a lot of politicians that he takes head-on. And mind you, the list of controversies surrounding this man is possibly longer than his list of awards. Joining me today is Mr. Prakash Raj. Ela unnaru? First things first.
Chala baagunnanu.
Thank you. Let's begin with what's boiling right now and what everybody's talking about in the country. Kunal Kamra's content piece that he has put out. What is your preliminary stand on that before I get into the nitty-gritty?
What's wrong with that? See, I always keep saying, when history is written in the future, it may forgive those who have sinned, but it'll never forgive those who were silent.
Mm-hmm.
Art for art's sake is what I don't believe in. So it is art, it's poetry, it's theatre, it's films, it's painters, and it's people like Kunal Kamra who have documented their resilience. And what he said is true, but he used the form of a humor. Now, why do you get hurt with that? Getting hurt, anybody can get hurt, and right? Just because a majority gets hurt or there is gundaism, goons trying to arm twist instead of having a dialogue. Because what Kunal Kamra is doing is starting a discussion. He's starting a dialogue. And humor, if you don't know how to take humor, it's just beyond humor. No, it is not just entertainment. It's a very Chaplinistic humor. What Chaplin did as the great dictator on Nazi Hitler. So that's what Kunal has done. And Kunal, I'm very proud that in spite of the situations or the threats, he has stood up and he is voicing with the way he has to voice.
So fundamentally, are you supporting Kunal Kamra during this entire controversy from a standpoint of protecting freedom of speech? Or do you believe or support everything that he has said?
I support everything he has just said because he has put his way of saying, his way of revolt, his way of protest through what he wants to say.
While the case was filed on that one chunk where he's speaking about Mr. Eknath Shinde, there were a couple of other things that he had said during the course of that 45-minute piece as well. The one that I could identify majorly is where he goes on to say, Nathuram is in your heart, but your actions are like that of Asaram, who is a convicted rapist. And then 2 lines after that, he also names the Sangh, right? While ideologically, you or I or anybody in this country can beg to differ with RSS, may not agree with them. Do you believe that it should be so easy to float around names like Asaram, who's a convicted rapist, and compare them to anybody in the country? Do you believe that's fair?
It's not comparison. He's talking about the facts. If, for no reason, if Stan Swami is not given a straw, but Asaram is released on bail, if Umar Khalid is in jail, if the fellows who vandalize get bail the next day, so he's instigating a discussion on certain things. It's the way how you take it. You sit back and see it is not individuals. He's talking about what is happening. Aren't these happening? Wasn't Maharashtra government toppled? So when he says Shiv Sena comes out of BJP and Shiv Sena comes out of Shiv Sena, why are you not taking it? Isn't that the truth? This is the way of putting it. Why are you looking at sentences? Read between lines. Hasn't he started a talk? Hasn't he started a discussion? Hasn't he expressed his resilience? Yeah, I look at it that way. You look at it that way. Why are you? This is the problem. No? When somebody is speaking, we want to put it into the brackets and then hold him. And that is not what it is.
How would you respond then to an allegation that you have maybe done that in the past as well? Put certain things in brackets when statements were made by politicians.
Like?
I'm talking about Mr. Pawan Kalyan, wherein you recently tweeted saying, "Do not impose your Hindi on us."
So exactly. See, the point is, understand what I'm saying. I said we are not against Hindi. We don't hate Hindi. We don't hate. Hatred is a very heavy word. Don't impose. Don't impose. It's let me have the right if I need, if it is necessary for me. So I told him, don't impose your Hindi on us.
Right.
And by asking you for don't impose, that doesn't mean I hate a language, but your narrative is that we are hating a language. And when Pawan Kalyan gives an example of cinema, dubbing films. What has that got to do with politics of Hindi? Dubbing films, if somebody is dubbing a Tamil, Telugu film into Hindi, is respecting the people who speak Hindi, so that I don't impose my language with the big budget films I have done, but I'm asking you, you can see it. When we dub Hindi films into Telugu or Tamil, we are asking them to say that please give it us in our language so that we can see your work of art. And he says business. It is a business. It's a small business compared to what we are talking about it. He has the audacity to say, you want Hindi people coming and working here from North India. I said, if they're coming and making a life in South India, why don't you learn our language, guys? Why don't you learn my language? Am I supposed to sit here and wait for you to come and every person I'll start learning? Or will you learn my language? Will I be allowed to come and work in another state without learning that language? It is a necessity. The people will evolve, will find if it is necessary. Don't impose. And he says, no, it is not in the national education policy. You have a choice. No, there is no choice. Why don't you understand the politics? There is no choice. So, it is like, we have 5 restaurants. I have a restaurant. You can eat in any restaurant, but you see to it the other 4 restaurants are not working well. You're not giving license to them. So I'm forced to come and learn your this. This is not work. Like, for example, simple thing, there was an Amul curd, which was introduced in Karnataka. And on the sachet, it was curd, dahi. I said, where is Kannada? We call it Musuru. Please try to understand this politics. In few years, a Kannada speaking guy will say, Yen Swami Channagidara, can you give do you have dahi in your house? How's that the politics? We don't want that. So I'm telling you, I told Mr. Pawan Kalyan, don't impose.
As a counter to that, as somebody who's read the policy and has understood the policy.
Why don't you read in between lines?
No, I'm coming to that, right? So, in principle, if the policy document is looked at, it suggests that there has to be a 3-language policy. First things first, ICSE and CBSE schools for the longest time have been implementing a 3-language policy. Secondly, when they say that a child essentially should learn English and 2 additional Indian languages, the counter argument from people against this entire movement is, where is the imposition even coming from? Because we are saying you could learn Telugu, you could learn Tamil, you could learn, being a Kannadiga, you could learn Tamil, you could learn Malayalam or any other language. So, in which way are we imposing Hindi, which was actually done in the National Education Policy of 1968 and 86?
They have done it. It was the 3rd language. Even I have gone through it, but that has never helped me. Please try to understand, first restructure the education system which can reimagine the future. I was born of 60s and 70s, and they did not reimagine my future. That 20 years down the lane, I could be a radio jockey. Okay, I was supposed to be engineer, doctor. No, we fought against it. This language, who said that children should learn 3 languages? You know how tiring it is? You have to learn English, you'll have to learn Kannada, and you'll have to see Hindi, because they'll bring in a lot of Hindi teachers. How many Telugu teachers to find? See, the point is they'll give you an option and they'll see to it that you have no other option.
So would it be right in that case to say it's preemptive
It
reaction?
is, no, it is not, we will have to be preemptive because we see what is happening. And three, language, if you're interested in a longer explanation about
Please.
it, is nothing but a sound. It documents emotions of people. A small child, a mother tongue, it starts learning even before it goes to school. Language will come naturally if they want to. 600, 700 crore people of Tamil Nadu, why all of them do need Hindi? What is Hindi? Now let's start fighting. That's where it starts fighting. Now, what is the richness of its literature compared to the Dravidian languages of Tamil, Telugu? How do you call it a national language?
No,
Why don't
firstly,
you go
on
back
paper,
and
it's not
see?
a national.
Why don't you go back and see how many languages Hindi has killed? From Bhojpuri to a lot of things, from different dialects. We know what is coming. We know the agenda. We read between the lines. So we want to safeguard it. It's better. Prevention is better than cure. If you don't understand the importance of a mother tongue, if you don't see, the point is the perception. You bring in a policy where a child's perceptiveness is sharpened.
Do you feel at any point that rather than looking at language as a cognitive tool, because of the controversy and all the politics around it, we've started looking at it as just a mode of instruction or a political tool?
No, how do they teach you Hindi? Do they teach literature? Do they teach of the great voices or perceptions or philosophies that language has in its womb? Or are they teaching it so that you have a business relationship? Kya hai, kaise hai? Acha hai, acha, chalo mein. You have to speak. No, it's not like that. See, language, I would rather say it in South Indian language. In Telugu, if it says, Ni papam pandin roju doriki potavra. Like once your sins have ripened, you will be caught. You should understand that metaphor comes from a place where there are trees, where there is a river, where they see fruits bearing. It doesn't come from a desert. Language is pregnant with such things. It has its own wisdom. It has its own reflection. It has its own reactions. It strengthens you that way. I may speak 7 languages, but what I speak is what I learned from my root. I speak different languages because I work in different languages and I want to speak different language. It is a respect to that people of that language. So for the perception, 2-language formula is fine. Third language is an imposition with an agenda. You may say there are rules. Rules have loopholes. We can see what is beyond that. I know where you're coming. I said, you speak Hindi because you know Hindi. You want me to speak Hindi because you know only Hindi. Mr. Amit Shah ji, Mr. Modi ji, why are you forcing us to learn Hindi? Is it so that we will be able to express our anguish and pain to you in your language so that you understand? Or you want us to get brainwashed with your speech so that we know Hindi? There's a difference. We are not the same.
There's that political
We are
angle to
not
it.
the same.
There's that political angle to it
There is a
also,
political angle to
where
it.
some people say that the Dravidian parties, especially because Tamil
It
Nadu
is
has
not
been
just
the
anybody.
hotbed.
It could be Bengal. It could be Haryanvi. It could be Bhojpuri.
There's a section
It could
which
be
says
Kashmiri.
that Hindi is not, there's no option. The choice of learning Hindi is being snatched away from the student because the day...
It is not snatched away. We are saying don't make it a policy.
Good.
Make a 2-language policy. Let the third language be their right, their need if they need. If somebody is going to Cuba, they'll learn Cuban. If people from Tamil Nadu or Haryana or somebody is going to France and going to make a life there, they will learn French. Isn't it? So let it be, don't do it, because we can see why you are saying it's an option. Why are you saying 3-language policy is not necessary? Because there is no history of great performances because of the 3-language policy. And it's a burden on the children, the mothers. Please, parents, understand, it is a burden.
So The disparities between government and private institutions is not a secret. There is huge disparity in terms of the quality of education that is meted out to students. In a situation where students belonging to ICSE, CBSE schools are learning 3 languages because that is the policy that they have adopted, and government institutions resort to a 2-language policy, do you agree with the argument that...
Has Bihar got 3-language policy?
Sir,
Has
I'm
Gujarat
talking
got
about
3-language
boards here.
policy? And I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Will you take South Indian languages there and say learn this language? Will you give them options? Where will you get the teachers? What is the human resources? What is the investment? What are you trying to do, yaar?
On that, in fact, I was
क्या करना है आप लोगों को?
while researching.
अरे आपको नंगा पकड़े हैं हम यार. अभी फिर आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या है? नहीं. We will fight. We will not accept 3-language policy. Education should be a state subject. It cannot be a national subject. Every state has its language, its literature, its weather conditions, its culture. Let state decide. You cannot have one single farming law in this country. It is a state subject. The issues of a farmer in Assam is different. Issues of a farmer who's farming next to a river is different. Issues of a farmer who just depends on one rain a year is different. Health is a state issue. There are different terrains. There are different food habits. Please. This is a federal system. This is unity in diversity. Unity in diversity is not uniformity. Uniformity is not unity in diversity. It is not like a costume. It's not like a uniform wearing it. Please try to understand that. We know where you are coming. Please, one language, one election, one religion, one color. No, sir. No, not in this country.
So you're not okay with education?
Have you not seen what has happened in Sri Lanka? Singly said, only singly. Tamilians fought. Have you not seen what happened in Pakistan after independence? Urdu is the national language. What happened to different languages of Pakistan? Have you not seen it happening?
I mean,
don't we have lessons from the history? Why are you wasting time? Politics, distracting. Why? If a state government, if a big community of 70% of the Tamilians are saying, no, we don't want 3-language policy.
Sir, but
please don't bring in, we are happy with 2-language policy. We have enough literature to, for our children to look into world. We have enough philosophies here. If Karnataka says we have enough philosophies in our culture, it is going to chisel our children. Why are you forcing it? Why are you stopping funds to be sent? Why are you arm twisting? क्या हो रहा है भाई?
Right.
Why are you continuously asking, please listen to us, listen to us? No, we are not going to listen to you.
So you're saying that you're not okay with education being a part of the concurrent list where both state and center can
please
enact
try
laws.
to understand when you're governing what is a state issue, what is a state subject, what is the subject of the center. Center is a wrong word in politics. It is union government. Why are you pushing that word center, 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 center? Whether it is Congress, whether it is BJP. We don't want one party to rule this country. Whether it is Congress, any party. We want regional party, regional representation. What will one person in a central or one party means? How does he understand the issue of a small state, of a small town? No, please. The way you're putting it center itself is wrong. There's no central government. It's a union government.
Yes.
We are federal in the way of life itself.
That's what.
Enough of these arguments.
So
this is the time to fight. Enough of arguments. We are not going to argue anymore because you're not hearing us.
That's what you mean to say, that education should completely be a state subject, no longer.
Not only education. I'm giving you examples. Please delegate jobs. Don't hold it. I will decide who will agricultural ministry here. I will decide what is the education policy unit. I will decide what is your health policy should be. No, sir, please. Please.
Sir, but
let me run my home.
Public health and agriculture today actually are part of the state.
Yes, but there are certain things which are not, center should not decide. It's a state subject. And I'm giving you reasons. When I say agriculture is a state subject, I'm talking about terrains. You can't make one uniform law.
You're talking about the farm laws.
No, whatever.
that we worked.
I'm giving you examples.
Got it.
So sit and have discussions in parliament on this. Please listen to what people are saying also. No, why are you not listening only, guys? Yeah. Why are you camouflaging into something else and pushing? No, ऐसा नहीं होगा.
So, this policy imposes Hindi is something that you firmly believe,
It is
and you accept it's a
indirectly
preemptive.
imposing Hindi.
Right. You accept it's a preemptive decision. Looking at the
This is we are fighting it from for decades.
1965.
Decades, but decades is decades, yeah. Why are you not recognizing a resistance, a resilience? Why are you not hearing them out? We have reasons. Why are you turning into saying it is hating Hindi? We are not hating anybody. I am want to safeguard my mother tongue.
So, when you say that there is this narrative being spread about hating Hindi,
We are not hating Hindi.
No, that's
मैं
what
तो बात कर रहा हूँ भाई. मैं फिल्में करता हूँ, काम करता हूँ. अगर कोई आएगा पानीपुरी वाला तो बात करता हूँ मैं. Let me decide, no? And if you are going to live here in Tamil Nadu or in Karnataka, you also make an effort to learn Kannada, no? Respect them, yaar. You're making a life there, as you expect us. Will you go and speak Hindi in France? Find out what the next generation want to do. Find out in the beginning, 8th standard, 10th standard, reimagine their future. Where are they going? And help them to go towards there and to give them information where they can, negotiate there. There is no process. Formulas.
right.
It doesn't work like that.
There is another angle to this discussion. The first thing is economic opportunities. We have seen, and it has been recorded and given out in multiple reports as well, that Indians have been preferred, especially in the US, for certain job roles, primarily because of their proficiency in English, over, say, a Chinese or certain European countries. So, do you not believe that learning Hindi could actually open up doors if one chooses to? If one chooses to.
One chooses to let him decide, no भाई. उसको decide करने देना. वो भी क्यों impose कर रहा है तू?
So, you're saying any third language should not
be an imposition. It should not be a part of the curriculum. चलना भाई.
Got it.
नहीं.
My last question
Let
to you.
them sharpen. But remove math, science, remove us from subject. Don't burden the children. ये के बारे में बात करो यार. Scientific temper के बारे में बात करो. Bring in certain things which are relevant today. Which is see, relevance is what counts today. Are you relevant? Are we making our children to be relevant 2 decades from now? Do we have education ministers and people who has a vision of what will happen?
Got it.
Chalo.
And I mean, one other question that is always posed is when you said 70% of people in the 2 states that you were talking about, that is Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, do not want to learn Hindi.
Many people
The question is, where is this data coming from? Has there been a referendum? Have people been asked?
This is how you will talk, no? Bring in the data. Then give me a data how Hindi is a national language.
Hindi is not a national language on paper.
They are not saying that.
Hindi
Your
is not.
ministers say it's Hindi is a national language. There is a debate.
Legally, it is a legal language.
That is what I said. There is a data. We are the people. The whole Tamil Nadu is fighting. What more do you want? You want a 71%, 70.69%? No. It's a state which is fighting.
Right.
For decades. It's not today.
Right.
Can't you see a resilience of decades?
Fair enough. That's your argument.
It's not an argument. This is our fact and we'll fight for it.
Fair enough. Coming to the whole debate about Sanatana Dharma. How do you look at Mr. Pawan Kalyan's role as the protector of Sanatana Dharma?
Which dharma is he from?
The new role that he has.
The new role, what every day you keep changing your dharma. How do it? I'm not against Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism. My issue is, what are you using it for? Tirupati Laddu issue. What did I say to Mr. Pawan Kalyan? You are the Deputy Chief Minister. You have found that something is mixed in a laddu. If there is a proof, arrest them. Give them the strictest punishment because they are playing with the sentiment and the religious faith of the people. Why are you bringing Islam into it? You are a deputy chief minister. You say from Tamil Nadu there is a Dindigal diary which has done. Knock the door. Send the police. Bring him out. How? Not even for mixing. Arrest them for daring to send an adulterated milk into the premises of Lord Venkateshwara. Simple. Why are you talking about Rama was beheaded, idol was beheaded? Yeah. How many years back? Now you are in power. Find the culprits. Please find the culprits. What is this narrative you are talking about? Based on a report which is not even clear. Finally, what has happened today?
It says suspected adulterants.
Who sent the milk? People who are Hindus. Who checks them? Who makes them? Where does communal violence come? Who is against Sanatana Dharma? Otherwise, I would actually give him a suggestion as a politician. You should say, it's very pure. Because you don't run a temple because of your money. It runs because of the people who believe in God who put it. You don't run the country with your money. You didn't bring from home. It is the taxes. Who are you to decide there? Instead, you say, people who believe in God. Around Tirupati, all the farmers, please rear cows. I will create an alternative job opportunities so that you will give it with reverence. Why 300? They'll give it for 100 rupees. They will do the puja and see to it that it is pure. Think ahead, man. Rajasthan से कहाँ वहाँ से क्यों आ रहा है और रेट का क्या डिसीजन है? And it happened after you came into power. I mean, that means fanning sentiments. Who is against Sanatana Dharma? We are against that Sanatana Dharma which said tonsuring of the head of the widows, child marriage. Over the period it evolved. No, let it evolve. If any Dharma if has got wrong things, then we will fight. Because everything has to evolve, no? Then why are you branding us as against Sanatana Dharma and you are the savior of Sanatana? Who are you to save God? Who are you to save a Dharma? Dharma is here. It has been here for centuries. खतरे कौन है? आप आने के बाद हिंदू खतरे में है भाई, इससे पहले नहीं थे. You will do a namaz in UP, passports will be removed. Who are the police to remove a passport from your hand if somebody is making a namaz on a road? You can request them not to do it if it is a public nuisance. You can request the Hindu festivals not to put this thing. I understand that. I will get out your passport and Aadhaar card. क्या है भाई? What is this arm twisting? Where are we living in this country? This is not done, sir.
In absolute responsibility as a deputy chief minister, I point blank asked him. Today, there was a lot of confusion over whether the adulterated ghee, suspected adulterated ghee, was actually used to make the laddus or no.
It was not.
I asked him and he confirmed it on record on my interview that it was used. Otherwise, this controversy would have never erupted in the first place and we would have never put out statements in the second thing. Now, a few days after that, the Supreme Court clearly comes out and says that there were 8 batches of ghee that were sent out to Tirupati. 4 were tested. And in those 4, you claim that there are suspected adulterants. And the other 4 which were used were never tested. So there's no proof of that ghee also being adulterated. So how do you respond to a deputy chief minister on record stating something that is later dismissed by the Supreme Court of India?
How do I react to Mr. Pawan Kalyan with due respects to him? Seize the ship, 25,000 kilos of heroin came. Statement. CBI inquiry, it was 25,000 kilos of East. And if you are a deputy chief minister, think before you talk, no? If you are not thinking before you talk and if you are so emotional, violently speaking, that means there is an agenda, guys. There is an agenda. Immediate grabbing, you want to do something. But the hate, the disturbance. When you are talking about Tirupati Laddu, be sensitive because whether I believe in God or no, whether I believe in religion or no, you are playing with the emotions of crores and crores of devotees who revere Lord Venkateshwara. You go in there and check why crores of bribes are given to just become a member of the Devasthanam. Why there is a VIP pass? With more money, you have more bhakti and you have access to God, and with less people, they have to wait for 12 hours on the road where the stampede happened. Get into certain things. When you are talking about Tirupati Laddu, please keep in mind, be sensitive, be responsible, because if it has happened, it is going to hurt a genuine love, reverence of crores and crores of people who believe in that God, and I have no right to question that. For your political agenda, don't do it.
What you're saying was pretty much in sync with what the Supreme Court said.
Yes, no, don't play the fool. No, this, see, we are seeing this politics. It hurts. See, I am not angry, I am anguished with certain things. I have nothing to do. He is not my relative. I have no business with him, whether him or Narendra Modi or anybody else. We are asking as a citizen of this country, please don't play with these. Focus on something else.
And when he says something like, where was Mr. Prakash Raj when Hindus were being killed in Bangladesh?
क्या कर रहे हैं अभी यार? Where was he when Manipur was burning? Is this the rhetoric dialogue we need to have? So I should ask him, where were you in Manipur? What were you doing? क्या है भाई? Where were you? This whataboutery doesn't work. This whataboutery doesn't work. Don't bring in all this. Where were you? Where were that? Where were you? What is this? Then where is the end? Are you going to have a dialogue? Are you going to be in present? Are you going to be relevant? Are you going to address the issues? Or you are worried about where were you? And this is not accepted. Please, this whataboutery I am not going to answer anymore. No. Where were you? Where were you? Am I fighting between us? It is some personal battle, one man up. No. I am asking a genuine question. Answer. Just answer.
And since quite a few years, there has been this debate about whether government in the first place should control religious institutions, so it have any form of control on that. What is your stand on that? Because that is one of the aspects that he has raised, that there should be a Sanatan Dharma Rakshana board which should...
He has no vision, jobless here. Abhi kya karna hai? You have become a deputy chief minister. You have said the youth have no job. There's so much of whatever it is, corruption, bhrashtachar. Handle that. No roads in the city. No roads in the country. You dress that. Suddenly you change, put your costume change. This is not cinema, guys. Why do you waste so much of time? It is time. They have given you a mandate. Hello. First of all, I am very uncomfortable of him becoming a deputy CM. In a democracy, where is the opposition, guys? Why don't you sit back and start questioning people who give them the ruling party? No, you have killed even the idea of opposition party in Andhra Pradesh. And you are so busy. Even after a year, you are hitting your chest and giving lines, we made them into 11, we destroyed them, Baddal Kottam. Why are you still doing that game? And it's gone and dusted. I want to tell Mr. Pawan Kalyan ji, an Indian electoral system and politics, opposition party doesn't win. It is a ruling party which loses. If you have become the ruling party, it is your turn to lose now. It's the people's mandate. They bring, in spite of giving an opportunity, if you have not delivered, they bring them down. You may try one election, two elections to somehow manage votes, come down, but please take moral responsibility. They have elected you. They have given you a mandate. Right or wrong is not my problem. They have given you a mandate. Work. अब कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप? Language पे जाओ, Sanatan Dharma पे जाओ. Did you speak about all this before you when you seek the mandate? When you went to the people seeking a mandate, what was your promises? On what grounds did you seek mandate? On Sanatan Dharma did you seek? On language you seeked? What are you doing? You did not know Ram idol was vandalized before you went to elections? You did not know Asauddin spoke about this in this thing, give me 15 minutes, I will remove one religion. You did not know. But it was not in your seeking mandate. अभी ये क्या है नया? cleaning temples, temple rent. क्या हो रहा है भाई? See, please, we are not fools. We are watching.
Recently, in a discussion, I was told that when asked about the U-turns, political U-turns that he has executed over the course of the last 11 years in his political career, I was told that his opinion is that politicians evolve over time and react to situations a lot of times, and no political party in the country has stuck to all their stances in terms of every aspect that they talk about.
They have not. You will not get stuck. He has eaten shit. You will too. ये क्या है? Comparative. I am asking you, you answer. What is this evolving? At whose cost? How do I trust you? How do I trust you when you say, you know, my father reared me up from childhood with Rama? Now, a year back, my father did not believe in God. He used to light a cigarette when Aarti was stuck. Lit. Now, what do I trust? I'll wait till you evolve.
In terms of
I
alliances,
adapt. I negotiate my life. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tell me once you have evolved and come and tell me. No. This is public life. This is a country. This is a government. We need governance. We need some new vision. We need a way out. Let's talk about that.
So one more thing, during your campaign in 2019, you had, I remember these lines very evidently. You said, in elections, political parties don't win or lose. If people vote right, they win. If people vote wrong, they lose.
Yes.
Coming to the present day scenario, in the past 3 general elections, people have voted and people have elected the Prime Minister.
People don't elect the Prime Minister. That's the
People
problem.
have
That
elected-
is the narrative in this country. No, which
People
is
have
wrong.
elected members of parliament who have
But that is not
elected.
that way. No, only his face. वो
Right.
कर रहे हैं ना, the same.
But immediately after that, when they've been Haryana and Maharashtra, their standpoint is that
Let us not get into those. Yeah, they will do it. Maharashtra. How many governments have they toppled?
your home.
What a sort of a washing machine is this? Recent record says 194 CBI, what is that, ED cases, only 2 have been proved. You have slung, no? Prakash Raj in the betting, this thing, where is it? Prakash Raj in a 100 crore scam, where is it? No. For them, no, to throw dirt is 2 minutes. It takes 2 days for me to wash it off. They know that. See, they lie not to prove a point, but they have created a situation in this country where people don't know whom to trust. People don't know what is lie and truth.
Has the media played a role?
Media has been the biggest vultures in this country who have paid, the way they have sold. Today, you see a channel, you see a newspaper, you know which party it belongs to. Isn't it? Isn't it very true? But that is how they have hold it. Don't you see the judicial, don't you see the police?
So a question here about the Indian system, right? A lot of times when your watchdogs are appointed by the political masters themselves,
This is with every government, ruling government. It was so in Congress too.
would you say that during the Congress regime,
Yes,
institutions were not utilized the way they
It
were?
was utilized, I'm saying. This is the problem. This is, see, I don't belong to any political party. I am a voice of the citizens. Please see, you're not watching a football match. You have been turned into a football. Yeah? Both of them are kicking you around. Being a football is not watching football match. Be clear. Why are you asking only BJP, not Congress? They are not in power, guys. I will question them if they come to power. You are answerable now.
Got it.
So all of them do it. Any MLA, whichever party, he will talk to his inspector. He will have his set of good. Isn't this happening? Are anybody saints here? This is what we, the people of this country, the citizens of this country, should see.
Coming to the next issue, sir, my research team has given me to understand that one of your statements actually meant that once you started openly criticizing the union government and Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister himself, you stopped, or rather the number of offers you were receiving
It's okay.
from Bollywood decreased. No, I just want you to elaborate a little bit on that for our viewers.
Nothing to elaborate. Whether it was this or whether it was any other government, if you are against the system, they will work to arm twist, you know. Because you are now in power, you are arm twisting. But the point is, I am very clear that my fear is your power.
Does it continue even today?
It will continue. And I don't want to be a crybaby. I can afford to lose. I can afford to lose with the love I see around. It's not the money. When I walk into an airport, there's an incident where that fellow checks up and says, "Where are you going, sir?" "कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप?" "तुम तो शूटिंग कर रहे हो." "कितने बार शूटिंग करेंगे यार? बस कमा लिया, देश के लिए अतरा आवाज है आप, छोड़ो." I draw my inspiration there. Elders walking up to me, we don't just love you as an actor, but for what you stand for. Wherever youngsters, you are our hope. I am so strong with that, and I can afford to lose. Why will I complain? Why will I say I am hurt? And if I am hurt, it's okay to be hurt. It's okay that I'll take certain pain, because for where we have reached, there are a lot of people who have taken a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifices for the independence of this country. For all this, they have taken so much of pain. Can't I take a little more pain? It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to be a crybaby. I know, and I knew they would do this. In spite of it, I'm standing. I'm not going to say sorry.
Right. Recently, somebody put out an AI-generated picture of yours, claiming that you had taken the holy dip. You filed a case against them. What I would like to know is which part of that, pushed you to file a complaint.
See, I want to, because he is a serial offender. So what I asked the question is, you believe in a religion, you believe in Kumbh Mela, you call it pure. Why are you making it dirty yourself?
Or you mean to say that by you taking a dip will become dirty?
No, you don't like me because I don't believe in God.
Right.
What fun do you want me to dip there? In your own festival. You are a dirty man. And those comments. So I told the government, this is not done. You can't AI generate something. It's a crime. Isn't it a crime?
Yes. You can't generate something and then portray it as a fact.
I'm asking him a question that you say you are a Katta Hindu, and why are you doing politics in one of the most sacred moments or a festival of yours? No, keep politics aside and go to Kumbh Mela and come, guys. I'm not commenting on it. I'm asking you, अरे वहाँ भी politics ले आना है, वहाँ भी हंसना है.
Right. So
you should actually stop me if I go there. You don't believe in us? Don't come here. This is not fashion. तो यहाँ fashion के लिए मत आ, है ना? You can't enter my temple if you don't believe in this God temple, because there is a sanctity. वो पूछ. I'll accept. Your sanctity.
Would it be right to say that to an extent, putting out the legal aspect of it, wherein you can't represent a AI-generated thing as a fact?
No, but I want to see the point. This is the narratives we tell the people. No? There is somebody, we will not let you get away. There will be somebody to ask question. Prakash will ask question. He'll not take lie down. It's okay. He'll go to court. He'll put a case. He'll pay the lawyer. Your common man can't do it, no? But I need to represent the common man. The common man, there are people who are hurt. अरे यार मुझे करना था, आप कर रहे हैं. अच्छा मुझे बोलना था, आप बोल रहे हैं. And I have very close friends who say, because we are worried about you, Prakash. But we want. I said, don't worry. I know you can't afford to lose. I can. I'm there for you.
What I was actually getting at with that question is, putting the legal aspect of it aside, would it be right to say that it hurt certain definitions of yours or certain sentiments?
It doesn't hurt me at all. What is my sentiment? It's okay. But I wanted to call the bluff of him. But I wanted to ask him. I wanted to ask him, you don't like me. Actually, you should not let me come there. But you make your own beautiful festival where crores and crores of people have done there. Why are you spoiling your own day? Why are you bringing so much negative around that? But there are people who really believe, who may not like me there. What would be that?
Got it.
You're hurting your own fellow people.
What I was getting at eventually was, you're often, very often by a lot of people, I'm not getting into the name calling. I will come to that later and ask you as to how you respond to the name calling that comes your way. But how do you respond when people say you selectively pick issues to go at the ruling dispensation?
That is what I'm not interested in answering this whataboutery. I am a human being, I have a profession. Whenever I get disturbed, and I will ask the ruling party only, because that is what I've decided, because my problem is the ruling party.
No, I'm coming at the freedom of expression bit on this. Do you agree that, like you are hurt with certain things that the ruling party is doing, it is okay for certain supporters of the ruling party, or in general people belonging to a particular religious community, to be hurt when, say, an ex-comedian puts out a certain joke? Is it okay for them to react, get hurt and react? Do you believe that amount...
How do you react?
No, violence cannot be justified.
How do you
that
react?
cannot be justified.
Arrest him, using force, any violence. No. Have a dialogue, have a debate. Is it true? Are you right?
Got it. Coming to films, sir, Mr. Rajdeep Sardesai, in his book, writes a very important chapter where he says in Mumbai, if I'm not wrong, in 2023, there was a meeting that was held between RSS and certain producers and directors belonging to Bollywood, wherein it was discussed that post that meeting, a series of movies or content pieces, be it on OTT or mainstream films, promoting patriotism and promoting a certain side of the history should be put out. This is a quote that I'm taking from his recent book, 2024, The Election That Surprised India. Have you seen this unfold in the industry? And to what extent do you believe that they have an influence on the way content...
I said this in 2021. I said there is crores of money being invested into cinema. And you see it, not today. Any government will do it. The very fact when the government came into power and when they made it into central certification, when you ask me, then just look at the national awards after a few years, of a decade. You'll see which films have made, which films have not made. Because I'm in the industry, I should not name people. They said, do you have somebody who's a right wing so that we can suggest as a this thing, judge? And Prakash, that film of yours will not get it. It will not be. This is how the narratives.
This is for national awards.
This is how the narratives are. Give me one film which is questioning getting national awards. Opening films. This is Savarkar's film.
So I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but this is big. You're saying that for national awards...
Yes, for national awards, from your state you have any 2 or 3 people who are little right-wing so that we can influence them to be in that. I said, Kyun? Why are you asking me? No, because I know you are not interested, but if you have some friends who are right-wing, we can give them the membership so that, in the judging panel. That's how they do it. That is how you brainwash. That is how you instill fear. Because it is a vulnerable industry. There is investment. The actors have to be silent. You will get, all major actors will get the quote to be tweeted. You will have to tweet. Dekh lenge nahi to.
I mean, there have been instances where copy-paste tweets were actually put out by a few
This is all a part of it. Dekh lenge. Be careful. Why do you want to? Because acha hai, tu kya kar raha hai? And it is not that they directly call every producer. There's already a fear instilled. अरे यार इसको लेंगे तो हमारा यूपी में वो लोग कुछ करेंगे यार. They don't have to call. These people think our masters will not be happy. So this is how you disturb and shepherd the thinking. And they know within few years it will happen. They know how to erase it slowly. They have the patience. They have the vision. We need to see it coming.
We need to be preemptive, is what you're saying.
People are digging for gold after that film. We know the power of cinema too. Naturally, anybody will do a propaganda film. Any government will do it. For them, everything has to be used for propaganda. It is not just BJP.
And even in Telugu, I'm sure you must have seen that a lot of propaganda films with a political color came about in the past 7, 8, 10 years.
It will.
Coming to one other controversy, sir, within the Telugu states, which eventually became a national issue. Recently, I was interviewing an actor from Telugu industry. He said, post the Pushpa Stampede case, What happened is a lot of our celebrities, at least in the Telugu industry, are scared to go out into public because what if something happens and we are arrested or we are blamed or accused to be made scapegoats or drive a political message home?
I would like to tell straight away to the industry itself, who we came to this situation. I would request all heroes, your fan club, fan associations. You empowered them, instigated them so much. Now you are suffering the brunt. ये इसका पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है, ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का है, ये फिल्म इसमें काम कर रहा है तो इसको नहीं देखना है, इसको बैन करेंगे. You only, like from the Congress regime, post independence, all the rowdies came into politics. And they would eliminate them because they were out of control. So you only bring in the elements, you only bring the rowdies. They started in the politics, the last 6-7 decades. No government can say that we do not bring in anti-social elements into politics. It's not only BJP. We have been seeing that there is a henchman, this thing, underworld dons. You only brought in. Now you are only suffering.
In fact, the amendment being used right now to go at comedians was brought in by the Congress.
Yes. So even the industry, you only brought them. They have their life, you have their life, they pay ticket, you do your films and go. Then you want to have one on this and on him. My fans, your fans, fan wars. Poor youngsters. Poor youngsters. Now suffer.
There's actually two sides to that story.
No, there are different sides. Let us not get into it. Then Pawan, Kalyan, Allu Arvind, Revanth.
No, I'm not getting at that.
That is how it became dirty. The point is, as a citizen of this country, we should see how toxic life has become. We'll have to say, why is it so toxic? Why is there is no सुकून नहीं है कि हम एक फिल्म कर रहे हैं, हम जाएंगे, प्रमोट करेंगे, क्या बात करना है, कैसे बात करना है, किसके बारे में बात करना है, किसका साइड करना है, what if I don't side him, what would be the repercussion? इतना टॉक्सिक क्यों हो चुका है जिंदगी? बाहर निकलते हैं तो किसके बारे में क्या बात करेंगे, किसके अंदर कौन है, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में क्या है, families are fighting within. Why has this life become so toxic without our permission? Because we were sleeping. Now this toxism, why do you hate? I just have to say good morning on my Twitter. They'll come. क्या बोला मैंने? Good morning बोला मैंने. Language war in Telugu. Immediately PK's fans and these fellows fans, they said, they don't know Telugu. They only know certain body parts and its activities. And that is how they will give you Galia, your mother, your wife. They think they're speaking Telugu. Nobody is interested in the dialogue. Nobody is interested in what am I trying to say. Suddenly I become the worst actor to them. We are a bad actor of 3 decades. Just because I spoke, I questioned. I asked a question to Pawan Kalyan. क्या हो रहा है भाई? You're not even ready. Once I just said good morning, have a great day. Who are you to tell us on a great day? See, then I just look up and just look at it. Why is this so toxic? So my responsibility becomes more. My intensity to cleanse it, to be a sane voice becomes more important to me. So this fan war, this being afraid, I'm not want to take sides. I want to come out and say, इसका इलाज क्या है? What is the medicine to it? What is the solution to it? Is what we have to look at. Otherwise, you are again trapped into this discussion.
When we interact with voters on ground, because you said you want to be the voice of, you are, or we want to be the voice of the citizens, one aspect, one complaint persists for decades together. The single point complaint they have is politicians come to us once in every 5 years, take our votes, but they vanish, never to be seen again. Something as basic as being available is not being solved as per most voters that you interact with today. But there's also this vicious cycle that you see when it comes to money in politics. It's very evident today, and people have made public statements as well, that they spend crores and crores of rupees distributing money for election campaigns, etc. And then there comes in, if you want to take money to vote, how can you question me when I'm drawing that money out? That's it, in fact, become an unsaid rule. So how do you relate to the present scenario where the voter has the same complaint that he possibly had 50 years ago?
Out of 100 people, 50 vote. 50 don't vote. Out of the 50, the winner gets 25, the opposition gets 15, Nota gets 2. Person who is ruling is liked by only by around 25, 30, 36% of the 50% who have voted. All reason, all roads to this nonsense goes to the electoral process of this country.
Got it.
Jat, money, I know him. And the way, including the Congress, or all particular governments have not educated, seen to it that the people are not educated about the importance of their right to vote. जात को देखे वोट करो, पॉपुलैरिटी को देखो वोट करो, हमारा आदमी वोट करो, वो पैसे वाला है जीत जाएगा. इट्स टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड. मेरे क्या लड़ेगा तू यार, तेरा पास पैसा नहीं है, तो किस जात का नहीं है, व्हाट इज योर वोट परसेंटेज ऑफ योर कुल. And they have maintained it. It's me, you are talking. Majority don't even know it is an election day on that day. It's a holiday for them.
They did not exercise that.
They have seen to it that it persists. There is no education. They will not.
Got it. Coming to, in a recent interview with
So,
Yeah.
I can't give up. I am a part of evolution, so I continue to voice. Persistence, persistent. It may not be heard today, it may be heard tomorrow, after I have gone. But there was one fellow who was saying this. That's why I said, no, future may forgive those who committed the crime. It will never forgive who are silent. I don't want to be the one. I am not here because of my talent. I am here also because of their love, their acceptance, and their trust in me. And I want to give that back.
Got it.
That's it.
Now, I'm going to ask a question which could cross a couple of personal boundaries. You can choose not to answer
Why
it.
not? Why not?
One incident after which you were seen being more vocal than before that is the unfortunate
Gauri's
murder.
death,
Yeah. How was that phase and what changed after that?
I was the same before. I was not heard, probably. In wherever sphere I was there, I've been known for being an outspoken person from my childhood. That's why I like Frank Sinatra's song, no? I did it my way. Gauri was very close. Her father was a great mentor for us people like P. Lankesh. A lot of people, a lot of literary people like Tejasvi, Goempu, a lot of people. But a friend of 35 years is shot in front of your house. She asks a question, no, will you be silent now? Because the voice has been silenced. So it shook me. So when I buried her, I said, I'm not burying her, I'm sowing her. So if a voice is silenced, a louder voice will be born. I need to be that hope. But the minute I started speaking against, I could see the army coming on. Oh my God, I did not know this. Is this what she was fighting? Now my resilience started. So after that, it's a conscious decision that I cannot make that sacrifice go away. Every day it's my conscious decision. For every day Umar Khalid is suffering in jail, I cry. I feel helpless. I wish, I pray. And the news that he is not broken, he is still holding on, gives me hope.
You must have seen that visual where he was waving recently.
But I can't be helpless. I need to fight because I am disturbed. But I am comfortable. I am comfortable when I think of Umar Khalid, when I think of Stan Swami, when I think of Sainath, when I think of these political prisoners and what they have gone through. What could Bhagat Singh would have gone through? What could Gandhi would have gone through? What could Ambedkar would have gone through? This is all which keeps me alive. And when I see the support, the love, and the respect, and the meaning, I feel more liberated. I can't be afraid. I should not be afraid. There are wounds which are deeper than flesh. You may not see the scars, but I know the pain.
So the battle has become personal in a lot of ways.
It is not just personal, it has become human. It has become responsible. It's not personal. Personal is one-to-one, put a case, it's not that.
No, but I mean,
it has become a way of life. Because you need to.
Got it. Now I'd like you to respond on a couple of statements about you that have come from the film industry. When you look at your Wikipedia page, there's this infamous line there which says, the only actor who was banned by Tollywood 6 times. And again, on the flip side, recently there was a tweet also which said that you walked away from a movie crew without informing the movie, causing a loss of 1 crore rupees. Do you believe that your way of life, which is doing things your way, has rubbed people off the wrong way, or do you hold any regrets with respect to the way you behave?
No. They will throw stones at it. In Telugu we say, no, pallunna chettuke raal tagaltayani. Only if there is a fruit on a branch will somebody throw a stone. But I need to take it. I can't keep explaining everything. If I'm banned 8 times, it is not that I was right and they were wrong. Sometimes I could be wrong too. And an actor who works in different languages, you should understand in every language I am a stranger too. I need to fight that politics too. Sometimes you'll have to pay the price for not bending down, for being you. And that is a price. But I have come back because of my talent or because of the love, because of my necessity. If I was not relevant, I wouldn't come back. And about that producer, please go into his Twitter page, you know which party he belongs to. I was not part of the film. An actor from a Malayalam industry who was blamed of or alleged and finally was under arrest because of a Me Too allegation, was supposed to do a role. A friend of mine said, Prakash, this producer is in a problem, will you do the role? I said, I need to listen to the line. I was in Nepal. So to help them out, a good friend of mine is a hero of the film. And this other producer, so I came down, I listened. It was nonsense. I had not even taken advance. I flew with my own money. I said, you are stuck, I understand.
So there's no commitment as such at all?
I have come to the set. Bolna, kya bolna hai? So this. But this is not. What is this film? I don't do these dirty things. No, sir. The fellow whom you signed might have accepted. Because he liked the script. He was ready to do it. I am an actor. I am not ready to do it. Because you did not tell me this. That's why I have not taken your money. I have not taken in advance. I have come. Whether you put some money, 25 lakhs or something into the account, it will be immediately reimbursed. But I will not do this dirty job. So he is frustrated. So he will put it. Then I called the producers council. This is what he has put it. Please take action. You all know, they are talking or something like that. So this in the media, now what happens? Mil gaya Prakash abhi. There are certain people, they're waiting for somebody's. It's okay, but see, this is all part and parcel when you're ready to fight. Now, recently, the betting app. Prakash Raj will be arrested. Rana.
Rana, Vijay, and you were booked. Yeah.
I said, wait, kya hua? I was shooting in some corner of Udupi. I said, aise ho raha hai. I said, camera le. I don't go to press. My Twitter. My people.
You put out...
I just said, see, I don't know. This was done 2016. 2016, they had not started the betting. They were introducing an app. Wherein, if you see that video, I'm playing cards in the family and it's so disturbing. Everybody is very busy and Rana comes and says, you play it on the phone. I'm playing. That's all. There's no money in the betting account. But within few months, I realized this is going to something else. Then I did not renew. Now, there is no case from the police. There is no summons. But suddenly, the media will make it big.
So you did not receive a notice, nothing from...
Even now, I have not noticed. That's why then I said, see, that doesn't mean I have to say, no, I have not received it. I will only answer no. I am answerable to the people. So I said, I have not received any notice. If the police send me notice, I will do it. I did it 2016. Then I realized I'm sorry for that. I'm answering you because I am supposed, the person who asks questions need to answer too. I'm answering you.
Got it.
Next day, no media, nothing.
Once you put out that video,
It's
you made
over. So I tell my other colleagues, don't fight. Don't try to run away. If you are true, talk. The same ED raid, this thing, jewelers. I said, क्या 100 crore क्या क्या उतना प्रॉपर्टी तो मेरा पास नहीं है भाई अभी 100 crore का क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप ED came threatened of a grilling. Where are we now?
Got it.
Your integrity, you know, but when you say this, no, it will become a media because negatives immediately catch up and there are other people waiting for it. You can't succumb to that.
Got it.
Because for me, I derive strength from the love. If you just see there's a 1 million views, there are 20,000 retweets, there are 2,000 comments. In the 2,000 comments, 100 are negative. I have so much love. So I'm fine with it. I take it with a pinch of salt. Then face it.
So there's one very critical state going up to elections next year in 2026, Tamil Nadu. Two parts to my question. One, as somebody who's worked a lot with Vijay himself, how do you foresee, or rather, does he have, a lot of people are now questioning, does he have the mettle to stand the test of time in politics? How do you look at that? Because he very interestingly has, this is just an observation again, I can't judge his intentions of course, has stayed away from criticizing AIDMK to an extent. Yes, he's called BJP his ideological enemy, he's called DMK his political enemy, but AIDMK somehow figures number 3 in his priority of making statements. So with respect to him being a politician, how do you see the journey? Second part of my question is, in any way with Pawan Kalyan, with Vijay coming in once again, in any way do you see this trend of celebrities or actors becoming successful politicians coming back, or is the voter more clever enough today?
First question in Tamil Nadu, this time it will be the situation, political equation, what are the issues, who will address the issue and who the people will trust. Success and failure will demean a person. But it is going to be a different elections. Tamil Nadu, people will decide. Anybody's intelligence, anybody's tactics may not be a very major force because it is very sensitive now, Tamil Nadu. So anything from BJP will be rejected immediately because they have dug their own grave. They have honest nest they have touched. But among the players who are for Tamil Nadu, the people will decide, they're watching. As it comes close, who can give them the narrative with their more meetings, their coming together and things like that. It's very early to say.
Your words on Vijay.
Vijay is fine. See, I've known him we have worked films a lot of time. I'm working on a film with him now.
Okay.
Recently also we met. We don't talk politics because I'm a listener. He is too. And he doesn't share much of his political elements with me because politics has never been our discussions when we work together. He has a great fan following. But Tamil Nadu also has a great voting, vote-aware voters. Any country, any states needs an alternative. So anybody has a stake claimer staking their claim to be the next alternative because that's welcome. I really can't gauge much. If you ask him, he's a nice person, I'll say he's a nice person. Udayanidhi is a nice person. Stalin is a nice person. I know them, everybody. Like if you're going to sit, I know Pinarayan sir, I know Kejriwal, I know Stalin, I know Siddaramaiah, I know KCR Garu, I know KTR Garu. They're different things. As a citizen, and because I'm a popular actor, I know of them. Tamil Nadu will be, the people will decide. And to what extent they will be able to create a narrative of trust. But who will? Because now this question will be more of Tamil Nadu than liking one person or another person in Tamil Nadu. These elections, thanks for BJP and their delimitation and devolution.
We've actually addressed delimitation a couple of times.
And all these things.
What is your take on delimitation? Because we've anyway addressed that topic, brushed upon it a couple of times. They say that we are sure that the seats in South India will not go down, whereas the southern parties,
Who are they fooling?
but whereas the southern parties truly believe that it will happen.
Who is Amit Shah ji fooling when he says, I will not reduce the states? 40 may become 50, but 50 in other state will become 100, no? Our representation, South Indian representation is around 23%. After devaluation, delimitation, it will be around 16%. Who are you fooling? Why did you build a new parliament with 800 plus seats? You knew what you're doing. Why did you do the census? Without the census, how are you doing national giving policies, not knowing? क्या कर रहे हैं भाई? कैसे दिख रहे हैं हम? What are you trying to do? Hook or crook, you will be there. You know, what is the danger of no representation?
Right now, you see that a lot of political parties, barring Mr. Chandrababu Naidu,
Why will he now? Why will he talk?
That too now because there was a seat deficit and the BJP needed him. The last 2 terms, pretty much none of the South regional parties actually played a significant role centrally. This also sparks up a larger debate.
What about Northeast?
On the Northeast and South versus the North debate. During the course of your political as well as movie interactions, have you seen the North versus South debate unfold? Any discrimination at any point in time?
It is not the question of North versus South.
No, have you seen any sort of discrimination being enforced? Any sort of discrimination against South Indians specifically? Any excerpts that you can give us?
You don't see?
Because this is actually a debate that
what
has
is
been
South Indian states devaluation? How much are we giving? For every 100 rupees, how much are they getting? Why are you punishing them? Mr. Pawan Kalyan sir, in the recent Tamil Nadu interview, he was talking, a delimitation, that is, it will not be lessened. But don't you know it is going to be lessened? Now, why are you opposing it? We'll sit and talk. Talk when? Talk when? I'm already foreseeing it. It's round the corner. Talk when? You should talk now.
Because they have said it won't decrease, but they did not say. They did not talk about how many seats will the others.
Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? Hey, come on, guys. See, I have no problem if you sell yourself. Don't sell the nation. My problem is that you have some little financial problem. You want to have some money, or you have some power problem. You like to be in power. Sell yourself. Don't sell the country. Don't sell the state. Delimitation is the truth. It has to happen. Not now.
Because
it is unfair.
When you say, again, I'm trying to understand you, right? Please tell me if I'm misquoting you. When you say if you want power, money, etc., sell yourself but not the state, are you referring to any specific personality?
Everybody.
Okay.
From Chandrababu Naidu to Nitish Kumar to Pawan Kalyan to everybody. To Kumar Swamy. In Karnataka, to everybody.
He forms a government with Congress, then that is shattered, goes to the BJP's wing.
In this country, people have mandated you on a particular symbol and you go merge.
And
where is the respect for the mandate?
Exactly.
Without their permission. BJP will sit, let the mandate come, then we can buy the mandate. Whether it is Maharashtra, whether it is Karnataka, I can buy the mandate.
In fact, I was there inside Eagleton Resort.
I'll fight the elections. I'll get less seats or I'll get this much of seats. And that's okay. Election is still not over.
It's a number game.
Okay. People have mandated. Okay. Now, तेरा कितना है? तेरा कितना है? तुझे अंदर डालूंगा ये. अभी क्या है? क्या हो रहा है? Horse trading. Aren't they ashamed? They are not ashamed. Aren't we ashamed? Aren't we ashamed? And Pawan Kalyan ji also talks in this thing. I made a 40-year-old party stand. I made the center stand. My God. Without them, will you? See, this talking.
He said that during the anniversary of.
These narratives and all. Your fans may put 2 fingers deep in your throat and whistle. Not people like us. We will question. Not because of anything personal against you, because this is an agenda.
The issue that you're talking about is actually unfolding in Telangana as we speak, where 11 MLAs have defected from the BRS to the Congress. And while the matter is sub judice in the Supreme Court of India, the Chief Minister comes out and makes a statement saying bypolls are never going to happen while the matter is sub judice.
What to do, guys? What to do? You saw MLAs running in Karnataka.
I was inside Eagleton, that's what I was telling.
Here in Bombay,
Yes. First they were at
and
Eagleton,
they are very angry
18,
with
then went to Hyderabad.
Kamra saying the truth in a humorous way. ये क्या है भाई? Delimitation, put it on the hold. You can't.
Executed.
It's not. You should not. It's legally I can. You can. Then there will be a fight. We will question. You just can't say we will execute it. You don't question.
Right. Nobody can snatch away the right to question.
No. And don't tell us lies. Seats will not decrease. No, we did not do. We will do census until 2031. It will come. 800 plus MPs के लिए. We knew
That this was going to increase in the number of seats in their strongholds are going to increase.
They planned like that.
You mean to say that in their strongholds, the number of seats are going to increase?
It will. Representation will come down than it is now. So, 25 years they pushed. Push it for another 25 years or 10 years. Let's restructure it, no? We need MPs, I understand. We need MPs. Every MP has to have this many lakh people, otherwise it is difficult to govern or to do because the population has gone up. Correct. But the point is, South India has followed the population control.
Why penalize?
Many other states have not followed it. Because of that, there is not only delimitation, even the sharing of the money is coming into a problem. So give us another 10 years. See what justice can be done. What is right and wrong is different from what is justice.
Got it.
They're two different things. You get my point?
Yes.
So wo to kar. This is the way. Push it. Do the census. Do the census immediately. Get to know the right data. Distribution of wealth, distribution of resources. Plan. Push it.
Do you believe in this day and age a caste census is required, which a lot of states are
Everything
doing?
is necessary. All data is necessary. Please.
Got it. Including the caste
Please.
census. Got it.
Then you will start asking me questions. 70%, 70 crore of these people in my country don't earn more than 100 rupees a day. This is the truth. You will not do census, you will not bring in data, you will never know it.
Got it.
You will never know it.
So, two issues you've spoken very vocally about. One is law and order. The other is environmental conservation. On law and order, I just want to take you back in history a little bit. Each time there is a sensational case, there is a knee-jerk reaction and a policy is framed. There was a Nirbhaya Act after the Nirbhaya case. There was a Disha Act that was rolled out in Andhra Pradesh after the Disha case. But all in all, when you look at the numbers overall, the number of rapes, murders or crimes against women...
The other day I'm seeing wives killed, put in the bucket, put in the suitcase. कुछ नहीं हो रहा है यार. Government will make rules, and if the same people of the party are garlanding rapists who are coming out. If Gauri Lankesh's killers, after 5 years, because there's a delay in judgment, if they walk out, and if a BJP and Bajrang Dal go and garland and take them to temples, now what are we saying?
Got it.
There is no intention, there is no honesty. It's just, Beti Bachao is just a... How many rapists are there in the party? What is the honey traps they are doing?
You're referring to the Karnataka episode.
कुछ तो शर्म करो यार. Don't say, okay, you may be fooling, but don't tell me people like me are also fools. Like Kunal Kamra are also fools. No, we are not. We are not, and we are well settled. But why are we talking? Why are we crying? Why are we anguish? Please try to understand. Listen. This way, our voice will be. Why is Ravish Kumarji speaking? Why is Zubair talking? Why is Dhruv talking? Why are they all talking? You think we are all fools? Are we all politicians here? Are we industrialists here? कुछ तो सोचो कौन बात कर रहा है. पढ़े लिखे हैं भाई, आर्टिस्ट है. We have a following. We are responsible citizens. ये लोग आके बोलेंगे तो क्या है भाई? Think the voices. Why are they talking? Is there any ultimatum? Are they talking about communalism? Why is Dhruv? Why is Ravi speaking? Why is Khalid fighting? Why is Kamra talking?
Thanks a lot for giving us your time.
Thank you so much.
And wish you all the best with everything that you wish to do in the near future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.